So we'll start in a cross-legged position. And the most comfortable way to sit cross-legged is for your hips to be at the same level of your knees. So if your hips are not open enough to let your knees drop down to the level of your hips, no problem. You solve that by making your hips higher, sitting on a block or some towels or cushions. And also invite you to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones. And that helps create just the tiniest little tilt in the pelvis that supports the uprightness of the spine. And if you're comfortable doing so, I also invite you to close your eyes. You can let your hands rest on your legs and just see how that would be most comfortable for you. Maybe the hands are down, maybe they're up, maybe they're something else completely. And we can start by feeling the weight of the sit bones on the ground. Does your left one have as much weight in it as your right one? Can you relax a little bit more in the hips and in the legs and sink a little more into the earth? And then check in with your belly. See if your belly's relaxed. Just let the bottom release down and let the walls of the belly fall open. And then even though we're relaxed, we want to try to keep the spine nice and tall and upright. Feeling a little lift in the chest. And we can let the shoulders relax down. Soften the muscles in the face, the jaw. And then bring your attention to your breath. Start by just noticing your breath, not doing anything with it, just feeling how it feels right now. Notice where in your body you feel the breath. Notice if it's short or shallow or long and deep. Notice if it's rhythmic or maybe not. And notice how your mind feels as you breathe in this way. Is there a sense of ease, agitation, somewhere in the middle? And then we'll begin to deepen the breath, starting in the belly and breathing into the belly and letting the belly expand with the inhale, and letting the belly relax and shrink as you exhale. inhaling, expanding, feeling the walls of the belly soft and permeable. And then on this next breath, after you have filled your belly as much as you're able to, keep breathing in and fill the ribs. And then on this next breath, we'll complete our 3-part breath, breathing first into the belly, then into the ribs, and then into the chest. So even though the breath is in 3 parts, and perhaps you can feel those 3 distinct placements of the breath, it's still one continuous flowing breath. You're not pausing in between the 3 sections, just filling, continuing to fill, and continuing to fill. And you can feel how that last part of the breath, the chest breath, kind of really helps lift you tall and long. And you might notice which part of the breath is hardest to breathe into. Maybe they're all hard, maybe they're all easy. You can see for some of us, our custom is to breathe into our chest. So breathing into the belly may be hard. For some, breathing into the chest is hard, that we're used to a more constricted heart space. So just notice, not to make yourself wrong, just to have information. And then on your next exhale, you can drop your chin to your chest without rounding the back. Just the head is dropped. So on the inhale, the heart lifts up toward the chin, and on the exhale, the chin drops toward the heart. Maybe this position allows you to feel the breath more in the back of the body. And then move your chin over to your left shoulder, keeping it down. And then place the right hand behind your back, moving your hand as far over to the left waist as possible. And then press the knuckle side of your hand into your back to roll the elbow and shoulder back away from your face. And just see what this particular shape does to your breath. For instance, do you feel it any more on the right side than the left side? Does it make it harder to breathe in some places that were previously easy, or perhaps easier to breathe in some places? And bring your head back to center, lift it up to neutral, release your right arm, and hug it across your chest with your left hand. So right arm straight, across to the left, and the left hand pulls it in. And then flex at your wrist like you're making a stop position and turn your head to the right. Stay connected to your breathing, in and out, deep and slow. And release your hands and your head back to center. Drop your chin again and roll it over toward your right shoulder, keeping the chin down. Fold your left arm behind your back, bringing your hand over as close to your right waist as you can. Keep your chin down and to the right. Press the back side of your hand into your back and roll your elbow and shoulder back. Have the intention to breathe deeply and just see how your breath travels inside the shape that you're creating here. Where does it go? Where is it easy? Where is it challenged? What are the sensations you feel? Release your arm, bring your head back to center, and fold your left arm across your chest, pulling it in with your right hand, flexing at the wrist. Try to have your left arm straight, and then look over your left shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And release the arms and the head. And drop your chin to your chest once again. And then start to circle it to the right and up and over and down. Keep your belly relaxed. Keep your breath flowing, belly, ribs, chest. You can see when we move rhythmically, it might be easy to maintain the rhythm of the breath, or when we're not moving at all. Just so you can just notice if there's any challenging aspects of coordinating the movement and the breathing. And when you're ready, reverse the direction of the circle. And then come back to center. Make a mental note of how you've crossed your legs, which one is in front, which one is on top if you're sitting that way. And then release your legs and shake them out. Then send your legs out wide, as wide as you can. starting with your hands behind you on the floor. And we're going to push into our hands to lift our buttocks off the floor and then try to move our buttocks forward without moving the heels forward. So in other words, you're opening your legs a little deeper, should feel pretty stretchy. And then the hands will either stay behind you, supporting you and lifting tall through your heart and head, or if you feel like you can stretch more, you can bring your hands in front of you and start to fold forward. And only if folding forward doesn't round your back, do you take that option. If folding forward means this, then you don't want that option. Then the better stretch for you is to keep your hands behind you. So we want to be able to keep the spine long and the heart lifted, because as soon as we start to round, you might notice it feels like less of a stretch, not more of a stretch. But if you can keep your heart lifted and your spine straight and hinge forward from the hips, then go ahead and feel free to do that. And just breathe deep and slow, relaxing into each exhale. Explore the full length of your breath. And then walk your hands in if you're in a forward bend. And then we'll all reach up, inhale. And then exhale, drop to the left, bring your left arm in front of your left leg. Kind of really wedge it in there. Bring your right arm overhead, turn your palm to face down. Palm down. And then press the arm into the leg to kind of bring your left ribs under you a little bit more. Turn your gaze up and to the right. Press out through your heels and reach out of your right fingertips. Maybe close the eyes so that you can experience the internal posture. Feeling the breath in the body and seeing if there's maybe more room for breath. On your next inhale, lift up, reaching the arms to the sky. Exhale, bring the right arm down inside the right leg. The left arm reaches overhead. If you can straighten the arm, please do. Palm faces down. And then press the arm to the inside of the thigh so that you roll your ribs open to the left a little bit more. Drop the weight of your body down to the right. Reach out long through the heels and through the left hand. And then feel each and every breath, deep and slow. Inhale, reach up, arms up. Exhale, release the hands down, bring them to the outsides of the legs, and then help your legs around to the front. And then just windshield wiper your feet. Beautiful. And then point and flex your feet. And see if when you flex, you can not bend your knees. Circle the feet around. What's happening with your breath? Have you forgotten about it? It's okay if you do. Just come back to it. Circle the other way. Belly, ribs, chest. Deep breaths. Beautiful. Relax the feet and come onto your hands and knees. We're going to line the hands up right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips. The knees are hip width apart. And if your hands are not happy on the ground flat, you can come onto fists. I show it as fists because my wrists are happier that way. But if your wrists are fine being flat, hands flat on the ground, then just do that and spread your fingers wide. We'll start here in a table posture with a flat back. And then we're going to start to move the spine and move the leg at the same time. So on the inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up and look up. And then on the exhale, we're going to round the back and pull the knee to the far hip. And then inhale, leg lifts back, eyes roll up. Exhale, round your back, pull your belly in, try to touch your knee to your forehead. And the next time your leg comes back, keep the leg back, but make it parallel to the ground. We're going to do a balance pose. So the right leg is back, gaze straight down at the ground. And then if you can, lift your left arm forward. Pull your belly up to support your spine. Breathe to support your balance and your ease. And then we're going to bend that right leg. Reach the left hand back for the foot. And then kick the foot up and back. And look up. Really activate that right foot back and up. So you're really rolling that left shoulder open. We kind of already warmed up for this in the beginning of class. So now we're going a little bit deeper and also stretching open the hip and the leg. Beautiful. Release down. Slide your right knee forward. Right knee all the way up so that it's in between your hands. And then bring the right foot to the left of your leg. So rather than having the foot under your thigh, you're bringing the foot over to the left. And then for those of you who want to make the hip stretch even more, you can bring your foot further away from you. And then we're going to walk our hands forward and fold over. If your forehead doesn't reach the ground, just prop your forehead with your hands or your fists. And try to sink your hips down. Breathe deeply in and out. Notice where you feel the breath. Expanding on your inhale and relaxing on your exhale. And then lift yourself up. Send your right leg straight back, curl the toes under, just stretching out the knee. And then come back into your table position. And then we'll repeat on the other side. On the inhale, the left leg will extend back and lift up, and the eyes come up. On the exhale, round the back, pull the knee to the forehead, lift the belly, lift the spine. Inhale back and up, looking up, arching the back. Exhale, rounding. Left leg kicks all the way up and then pulls all the way in. And the next time that left leg comes back, hold it there. And just keep it parallel to the ground. Take your gaze straight down so that you're not looking in front of you and your neck is bent. We want a really nice long straight line from the back toe to the head, and then if you can, taking the right arm forward, all in one continuous line. Slow, long breath. And then bend that left leg, reach the right hand back for the foot. Kick the foot up and back, look up. And then release that back leg, slide the left knee up in between the hands. The knee is on the ground, and then the foot folds to the inside of the thigh. And you can move that foot further forward if you want more of a stretch, and fold over your leg. Resting your head either on the ground or on stacked hands or fists. Relax your back down. Every time you exhale, feel your back ribs releasing toward your front ribs. Every time you inhale, feel the expansion in your body. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. Bring yourself back up and just stretch that left leg back with the toes curled under, just to stretch the knee again. And then bring the left knee back down. And now we're going to move the hands one hand's length forward. So it's no longer a table posture. The hands are in front of the shoulders. We'll spread the fingers wide. And keeping the knees on the ground, just take the elbows out to the side. Feel what that does in your upper back and shoulder blades. Keep your attention in your upper back and shoulder blades, and then roll your elbows to face your thighs. And see if that has taken some of your thumb off the ground. And then repress down into your thumb and your index finger. Curl your toes under. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lift your knees and push forward into your hands and press back with your thighs. Press down with your heels and drop your head to face down. Try to frame your head with your arms. So you want to bring your head down so that it's in between your upper arms. Relax the crown of your head toward the floor. And keep pressing forward with your fingers, especially your index fingers and thumbs. And keep pressing back through your hips and thighs and down with your heels. It's fine if you need to come out of it. It takes a while for the body to get used to these postures. You want your hands to be facing perfectly forward, straight ahead. So check your middle fingers. So you don't want your hands splayed out to the side. You want them to be, your middle fingers to be pointing straight ahead. Yeah. And then drop your head. Drop your head. There you go. Beautiful. Now we're talking. Excellent. And then walk the feet up to the hands. And then keep your body folded over. Bend your knees. Take hold of opposite elbows. And start to sway your upper body from side to side, swinging like a pendulum. Let your elbows drop and be super heavy, and see if your arms can frame your head. And then swing with a little bit more abandon, a little less control. Hips go one way, elbows go the other way. And then come back to center, back to stillness, and release your arms. Tuck your chin to your chest and roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Send the arms forward with the thumbs down and circle the arms all the way up and back and down. And again, arms forward with the thumbs down. Good. And then look up when the arms are up and circle down. We'll do a few more. It's a lot of shoulder work today. Palms are down. Thumbs are down. Let's do two more. Thumbs are down, palms face out. And last one. Beautiful. Let's just stand for a moment, recollect our breath if we've lost it. Maybe closing the eyes and feeling the weight of your feet on the ground. Feeling the breath, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, shoulders relax down. And then we'll lift the toes and spread them open and lower them back down. With your eyes still closed, if that's comfortable for you, shift your weight into your left foot. So the whole body starts to lean a little bit to the left, and it feels like your body is lined up just over that left leg. You can feel the bottom of your left foot and allow the weight to distribute evenly across the entire bottom of your left foot. And then feel your breath very deliberately moving from belly to ribs to chest. And see if you can stay connected to the inner experience of your breathing, even while opening your eyes. And then find a spot in front of you to rest your gaze on. You can let your lids be heavy and your eyes halfway closed. Staying connected to the breath. When you're ready, see if you can lift your right knee up and take it in your clasped hands. Don't let your eyes move from the spot that you're focusing on, and don't let your mind leave your breath. Those two things will help keep you balanced and steady. When you exhale, you can pull your belly in and down. So even if your body falls out of the posture, keep your mind in the posture and keep your eyes in the posture. Don't leave the point of focus and don't remove your attention from your breath. Okay, now we're gonna release that right leg and take a giant step back with the foot. The front knee will bend and the back foot will angle so that the whole foot can still touch the ground. And you want a really nice long stance here. Front knee bends so that the knee lines up over the ankle. Nice deep bend in that front leg. The longer your stance, the more you can bend into that knee. Beautiful. So this is a classic warrior stance. We have a lot of warrior poses, and this is a stance that you'll see again and again. Now we're going to take the arms out to the side and bend the elbows, making cactus arms. And then turn the palms to face each other. And then send the elbows back, opening the chest. Now, pull the shoulders down the back. And see if you can keep the shoulders down as you reach the arms up. Front knee is bent. Now aim your tailbone for your front knee. Kind of tucking it under and sending your hips a little forward. Warrior one. You can look straight ahead or you can take your gaze up. Press your right thigh back and really sink into your right heel. Beautiful. And release the arms down. Step the back leg forward. Lift your toes and spread them wide again, and lower them back down. Close the eyes if you're able to. Feel your breath. And then shift your weight into your right foot. So it might be easy initially to feel how the right foot becomes heavier than the left foot, and that the right foot is really bearing your weight. But then play with it a little bit. See where you can place your body in space so that the right foot bears your weight evenly. So the front of the foot and the back of the foot have equal amount of weight. The inside edge and the outside edge have equal amount of weight. The weight is distributed across the entire bottom of the foot. That's how you establish the foundation that supports the balance. And then we'll let the eyes open and find a spot in front of you. And that also supports the balance, having your gaze fixed. And finally, the mind is really still, and you can focus on your breathing to still your mind, and a still mind helps still the body, again, supporting the balance. So there's a lot going on here. Do the best you can. As you focus on your breath, as you focus your eyes, see if you can lift your left knee up and take it in the clasp of your hands. Deepen your breath. If you feel like you're going to fall, lock your eyes in, lock your breath in. Beautiful. And then take a giant step back with that left foot, having the foot on an angle, bend into your front knee. Nice. Your hips are facing forward. We'll come back into cactus arms. Turn the palms to face each other and roll the shoulders down the back. See if you can keep pulling the shoulders down even as you lift the arms up. Press into your left heel and then move your hips forward and tuck your tailbone under. Lift your heart, breathe, belly, ribs, chest. Beautiful. Step forward. Keep the arms lifted. Inhale. And then exhale, swan dive down, arms out, fold forward, coming into a standing forward bend. Push down into your feet, lift through your thighs, lift your belly in and up as you exhale. And then bend your knees, lower your buttocks all the way down. And then come to sit cross-legged with your opposite leg in front from what we did in the beginning of class. And if you don't remember, that's fine. Just notice how you want to cross your legs and do it the other way. We'll just be here for a moment, but if you want to support your hips, please do. Take the arms out to the side. Make fists with your hands, and then circle the fists around. Slowly feel the deep stretch in those arm muscles. Slow and deliberate movement. And reverse. Slow and deliberate movement. Beautiful. And then just shake the hands out. And rest the hands. Send your left leg forward, tucking your right foot into the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn to your right, bringing your right hand behind you and your left hand to your right knee. Press down into your right hand to get nice and tall as you inhale. And then pull with your left hand and twist and turn as you exhale, looking over your right shoulder. Roll the right shoulder away from your face, like we've been doing in our other postures today. One of the things that you can do to help that is kind of spiral your right hand on the floor, almost like you're turning the lid of a jar. With each inhale, get nice and tall. With each exhale, turn. Try to relax with your exhales so that everything is soft and you're just using a gentle pressure with your hand. Looking over your right shoulder, your chin stays parallel to the ground. Feel the softening as you exhale and just turn with it. Use your next inhale to come back to center. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, fold over your straight leg, one arm on either side of the leg. Drop your head. Put a slight bend in your elbows. Even if your elbows don't bend, you don't want them to be locked, so that there's a sense that there's softness and room for mobility. If your arms are locked, there's nowhere to go. Press out through your left heel, pull in through your toes, press down with your left thigh, and inhale your spine longer. Exhale, pull your belly in. Inhale long, reach your head away from your hips. Exhale, relax. Relax your head down. Relax your hands, your jaw, your face muscles. And then on your next inhale, roll yourself up, reach the arms up. And exhale the arms down. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your left leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, turn to your left, bringing your left hand to the ground behind you and your right hand across to your knee. Press down into your left hand to get nice and tall through the head. And then exhale, pull a little bit with your right hand and twist to your left. Good. And then again, kind of like you're turning the lid of a jar with your left hand, rotate that left shoulder away from your face. Every inhale is tall through the crown of the head. Every exhale, turn. Long, slow, deep breath. Use your next inhale to come back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over your leg, resting your hands, softening your elbows, dropping your head. Push out through your right heel, press down into your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull your head away from your hips. Exhale, draw the belly in. Relax over. Inhale, long, slow, deep breath. Exhale, relax. And then slowly roll yourself up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms down. Bend your right knee, placing your foot on the ground. Place your left foot on the ground. And then slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Lift your hips just enough to tuck your tailbone under and come right back down. And then release your legs and shake them out. If you have an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Release the body into the ground. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the jaw, slightly parting the lips. Then inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Releasing the activity of the mind. Just letting go of your thoughts, your images. Turning your attention to the feeling of your breath. Notice where you feel your breath in your body. And then let go of your breath. Let go of trying to breathe. Let go of our 3-part breath. Just let breath happen however it does. And see if you can continue to pay attention to your breath without controlling it. And if you notice that your mind wanders away from your breath, that's perfectly natural. It's not a problem, but you can redirect your mind back to your breath. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Staying on your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Letting the ground massage your back. Hugging the knees into your chest. Knees pull in. Hands are on the knees. Rock from side to side. Bring your hands to your knees. Pull your knees into your chest. And then rock. Yep. Feel how the ground massages your back here. Okay, now bring the soles of your feet to face each other, knees out to the side, palms of the hands together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll over onto your side. Resting your head on your underside arm in a seedling's pose. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Notice what you feel. Notice who you are in this moment. And then slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.